Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Yonathan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, I want to run this clip for you guys from camp this past Friday here in Dallas. Elder Arala made a beautiful point, man, about knowing what you're a part of, knowing what you should be adding unto the body, man. If the Lord put the Spirit on you to come into this thing and walk this walk, we're a body. And what do you bring to it? All right, so I'm gonna run the clip and then we'll bring out some precepts along the way and just hone the point home. All right, so with no further ado.
Operation of faith that the Most High is moving across the body. We're doing something as a collective group. It's not just, oh, you know some scriptures and you agree, so you're just out here until you out here long enough, then it's like, okay, you was out here for a long time. Come on, man, eat chicken with us. No, you're accepting to be a part of something and generate something, man. Grow up. You got a lot of guys that even have kids that still don't know why the fuck they here. Still just, I know a lot of scriptures and I agree. I'm an Israelite. Cut these crackers up. Esau's going down. I know this breakdown to you.
To have to take the whiskey.
You know? Yeah. Give me some chicken, brother. But you don't have a clue why you're here. That you're a part of something. And what it means to be a brother. What it means to serve and actually bring your gift to the altar and provide. What does it mean?
All right, so, the analogy I like to use often the time is, in basketball. Majority of people that get paid millions of dollars to play basketball or any sport at a professional level, they're role players. There's a handful of guys, who are going to get the shine, who have that role on the team. And it's okay. It doesn't make the next guy on the team less important. If Draymond isn't on the Warriors, man, they don't win some of those rings. It's just the truth. People may not realize it, they don't understand the game, but he allows, for Steph to be the best version of himself. He allows for a particular thing. He's a necessary tool to that body. And what you gotta understand when you come into this truth, how can I be a necessary tool to the body? How can I, nurture the gift that the Lord has given me so that it can add to what's already going on. The Lord has set men up in this thing already. And we're simply coming into man's labors. So how can we add unto it? It's not about being the guy. If you come into this truth and your aspiration is to be the guy, those guys don't last long. Those are the guys that usually fall out, man. Because they can't be reproved. They make an excuse according to their own will, like it says in Sirach 32:17, I believe. Those guys don't understand we're trying to reach a common goal. How can we come together and be on one accord to reach that common goal? So I'm going to go to Romans, the 12th chapter first, and we'll read on down from there. All right, so this is Romans 12:1. It reads, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies living sacrifices, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. Now, I always bring up the point in John the 15th chapter where it talks about greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. That's what Yahushua did for us. And in turn, now, we're reciprocating that love by putting our life on the line for this gospel. By having this tremendous faith and being willing to stand stiffly for it, for the ushering in of the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the new heavens and the new earth. All right, so verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, because we know to be a friend of the world is enmity with God, like it says in James. It says, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. We went into this in class yesterday, all right? The circumcision of the mind. That's the real circumcision, all right? That you may prove what is that good, proper judgment, and acceptable in the perfect will of Yahweh. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think. All right, let's go get that. Right? All right, so when you get in the blue letter, it's hyperphoneo, okay? And it says to esteem oneself overmuch in excess, right? Anything in excess is poison. All right, be vain or arrogant, to think more highly. The Lord can use anyone he wants. It is a privilege that, you know, the Lord has put the Spirit on us to come into this walk, man. He can use anyone. So nobody should feel like they're entitled to a position or some kind of notoriety. That's the flesh, man. Our flesh in this world, because we're under the curses and we've been brought so low, Jake wants to be recognized and have some kind of notoriety. We'll get that, man, upon the return of our Lord. But right now, the focus is, hey, what am I bringing to the table to contribute to our mission? What am I doing? How am I nurturing my gift? Am I being the best version of myself and being a sacrifice for the mission? Know what you're a part of, man. Whatever that role may be, you got to pray and you got to be in the Spirit to see what that lane is for you, because it's not going to be the same for you as it is for me or for another brother. All right. Verse 3 again from the top, it says, for I say, to the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than one ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahweh have dealt to every man the measure of faith. Everybody has their measure of faith, their lane. All right? They have that faith that's going to go along with their works, because you prove that you have faith by, you know, trying to offend the Lord less. Making your prayer before his face and seeking to offend him less. All right? All right, this is verse 4. It says, for as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. Yeah, there's different functions within the body. There's different functions within the body, and you're going to have a different function than the next man. You got to find out what that is, and you got to be great in it. You got to be on fire in that portion that you've been given. Verse 5. So we being many are one body in the Mashiach, and everyone members one of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given unto us. Whether prophecy, some brothers can go into deep breakdowns and that's just their gift, and they do it like nobody else. Let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. All right? Or ministry. Let us wait on ministry, or he that teacheth on teaching. Okay, verse 7 again for the top. It says, or ministry, let us wait on our ministry, or he that teaches on teaching. So everybody's been given their portion. And the goal, it's lucky for the demonic music in the back, the goal when you come into this walk, man, is to find what your gift is so it can be nurtured and you can bring it as that sacrifice. It's not about you. You're not always going to feel good or feel appreciated. That's child shit, man. Know what you're a part of. We're trying to accomplish a mission. We don't got time to be pampering or making people feel good. If you get rebuked or checked on something, you get rebuked or checked. Take it, because you know the Lord is putting the Spirit on men to tell you that. They give you the rebuke. It ain't coming from them. The Lord put the Spirit. Man's goings are of the Lord. So the Lord maneuvers people's steps that are put over you. That doesn't make you less of a man because there are people over you. If you think that, then you're not ready to be in this thing, man. It's not for you. You got to understand order. You got to understand what you're a part of and what your part is going to be. All right? Yeah, man. Oh, I thought that was very, very plain the way he put it. Go ahead to the bathroom, son. Huh? You need to use the bathroom? Okay. All right. Daddy doing a lesson right now. Now listen. Huh? Right here? Salakia. All right, but you got. So I believe the point was made, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who taught us the truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and of course the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. All right, shalom.